I wanted to take a few moments to discuss my Bersa Thunder 380s. I actually have two of these. They were the very first firearms that I ever purchased. As you can see, mine do not have the locking mechanism near the trigger area. I've always found these guns to be highly reliable, soft shooting, fairly accurate, and very concealable. So the thing that prompted this video was the fact that returning from the range the other day and getting this back on my bench for cleaning, I had a spot inside the slide that's been concerning me for quite some time. This area right here, the drawbar disconnector rides in this slot, and then during operation it must come out and make a fairly significant impact in this area right here, because there was an area here that the metal was mushrooming out towards the interior of the slide, and it was getting larger and larger over time. It's kind of hard to see there because I already messed with that, and so I took a picture of it just so I could show you a little better what it did look like. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably own a Bersa Thunder 380, and the interior gun looks just like this, because from what I've seen, most do. So when I got online and started to research this, odd enough, not a lot of people were talking about this. You could see it on everybody's video, and but they would just bypass it, and it would be insignificant, which is probably true, because I didn't see any videos where this was causing any sort of malfunction. So I guess it's more of an irritant to me than a problem, really. But there was one gentleman that was doing a very detailed breakdown of the Bersa Thunder 380. It was like an hour long, that took a few moments and discussed that damage and why it was occurring and stuff. So other than that, though, there wasn't really that much out there. So what I did was I took a small file and I had the slide tilted downwards so none of the file shavings got anywhere near the breech face, and I made short, deliberate strokes and filed that area down until I thought it was back to the original level. After that, I cleaned it up with some rubbing alcohol, and then I continued to use super glue. I put a couple coats on that, cleaning it up in between each coat with some water. After that, I cleaned it up one more time with some rubbing alcohol, and then for like a final finish, I actually used this universal touch-up marker here and put like a final coat on it, which I feel like it turned out pretty good. I mean, I wasn't too worried about the looks of it just because of the location, but I think it turned out well. So while I was doing that, I decided to replace my recoil springs and my magazine springs. So when I originally bought these guns, I didn't have the foresight to take any original pictures to have to reference, to tell when my parts were going bad or whatnot. So I did end up taking some pictures of my new recoil springs up against my old ones, and this is what that looks like. So here you have a 600 round spring, and this is a no round spring. You can see there's about 1.5 inch difference there. So the ironic part about that is, after putting the 50 rounds through it when I went to the range after I was done messing with it, that spring actually decompressed about 3/4 inch. So now here you have a 50 round spring and a 600 round spring, which, since I wasn't having any malfunctions with this, I'm saying this spring isn't bad. I mean, this is still a good spring. So maybe we're just working back to that level. As for the magazine springs, so here we have the old one and the new one. the old one is actually a little longer than the new one. It looks like they got rid of one leg of this last coil. So I don't know if maybe they, changed designs, figured something out there, but all I can tell is that they're definitely different. And they worked fine when I used them, so no problems there. So as I had the magazines apart, I actually took a few minutes to polish my followers in my magazine, which I think turned out well. I mean, it looks really sharp, I guess. I also took a moment to polish my feed ramp, which is never a bad idea. But like I said before, I wasn't having any malfunctions to begin with, so I'm not sure if that was actually necessary. So all in all, I really do like this gun. I mean, I do got to say that if I knew then what I know now, I don't know if I would purchase these again, just because the more I know, the less I am a fan of the 7-round capacity. Not that I don't think that the 380 is a capable round, because I do. Especially since when they came out with like the Lehigh Defense Extreme Penetrators, I think 380 can be quite a capable round. I just think more is better. So if I had an opportunity or a necessity to buy another 380 nowadays, I would probably go with the Bersa 380 Plus, just for that double stack 15 round mag. I just think that would be a better way to go.